Hi, this is Dawn from Ninja Bunny Crochet. Today I have for us to do the puff stitch. This is I would say an advanced beginner to an intermediate stitch. If you can do a popcorn stitch or a bobble stitch, you should be able to do the puff stitch without a problem. It's not as big as the popcorn stitch, but it's not as small as a bobble stitch. I think it's kind of an in-between one, but it's a very versatile stitch and you can use it for a lot of different things, and I think it's a very pretty stitch as well. So grab your hooks, grab your yarn, and let's get started making some puff stitches. For today's tutorial, I'm going to be using a J or 6.0 millimeter hook and some worsted weight yarn. To do the puff stitch, you're going to want your chain to be in an even number of chains so that you have an odd number of stitches. So for today, we're going to chain 24. Once you have your chain of 24, flip your chain over, and we're going to be working in the back bars of the chain. You don't have to work in these back bars, but I like to because I believe it makes a nicer finish. But it's completely up to you. So we're going to start with the second chain from hook, and we're going to single crochet in each stitch or each chain across. I'm at the end of the row. We're going to chain one and turn the work to start the next row. Single in the first stitch, and we're going to puff stitch in the next. And how we do a puff stitch is we yarn over, insert our hook, and pull up a loop. And we're going to repeat that 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to have a lot of loops on our hook. So you want to be working loose. And we're going to pull through all of those stitches, and then we're going to single crochet into the next stitch. We're going to first give it a little tug, and then we're going to single crochet into the next stitch. Like that. And there is our puff stitch. And we're going to puff stitch into the next stitch. One, 2, 3, 4, and we do it 5 times. We want a total of 5 times. And then pull through all the loops, give it a little tug, and single in the next stitch. I'll show you one more time. That's the first one, and then we do it 4 more times, so we have a total of 5 times. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pull through all those loops, a little tug, and single in the next stitch. And there is our puff stitch. Puffs out on that side. So we're going to continue with the puff stitch all the way down until we get to the last stitch. I'm at the end of row 2. My last stitch was a single crochet. I'm going to chain 1 and turn the work. Now for row 3, we're going to single crochet in each stitch. So one in the first single crochet, one in the top of the puff stitch, one in the single crochet in between, one in the puff stitch, one in the single crochet, one in the top of the puff, one in the single crochet, all the way across till you get to the other end of the row. I'll meet back up with you at the end of the row. I'm at the end of row 3, and to start row 4, we're going to chain 1 and turn the work. It's an exact repeat of row 2. So you're going to single in the first stitch and then puff stitch in the next, which is a yarn over and insert your hook and pull up a loop, and you can do it 4 more times for a total of 5 times. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Try to work as loose as you can so that you can get through all those loops, and then you single in the next stitch. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and I got a knot in my yarn. Hold on one moment. Sorry about that. And 5. Okay, continue making puff stitches till we get to the end of the row. At the end of round 4, and there you have the puff stitch. So I hope you like this tutorial. If you can please give it a thumbs up and go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and ring that bell so you won't miss any of my tutorials. Thanks for watching and happy crocheting. Bye-bye.